A dimly lit underground laboratory filled with advanced technology and monitors displaying footage of Superman's heroic actions. Alexander Luthor, a brilliant but mad scientist, paces anxiously. His 12-year-old son, Lex Luthor, with an insatiable curiosity, watches with wide eyes. Alexander Luthor says, "Lex, my boy, this Superman. His abilities are remarkable. I've been observing him closely, documenting his every move." Lex Luthor says, in awe, "Father, did you see how fast he moved? And how he leaped over tall buildings? It's like he's not bound by the same rules as everyone else." Alexander Luthor says, nodding, "Exactly, Lex. Superman possesses extraordinary speed, unmatched strength, and even heat vision. He's a force to be reckoned with." Alexander and Lex stand before a massive screen, analyzing footage of Superman using his powers to rescue civilians. Alexander Luthor says, squinting at the screen, "Look at the fear in the eyes of those who oppose him. Superman's presence instills both hope and terror. Such power can't go unchecked." Lex Luthor says, contemplating, "But Father, what if we could harness his abilities for the greater good? Imagine the advancements we could make." Alexander Luthor says, dismissive, "No, Lex. Power must be controlled. Superman's capabilities pose a threat to our ambitions. To the world as we know it, we cannot allow that." Lex, alone in his private study, meticulously organizes his findings, creating a detailed dossier on Superman's powers and weaknesses. Lex Luthor says to himself, "Superman's speed and strength are unparalleled. But every being has their vulnerabilities. We must find the leverage points, the cracks in his armor." As Lex delves deeper into his research, he uncovers new insights, discovering that even the Man of Steel has limits. Alexander and Lex collaborate in the lab, surrounded by schematics and prototype devices designed to exploit Superman's weaknesses. Lex Luthor says, excitedly, "Father, I've analyzed Superman's powers further. I believe I've discovered a weakness, a way to neutralize him." Alexander Luthor says, impressed, "Well done, Lex. We must exploit this weakness, expose the cracks in his invincibility." Alexander Luthor stands before a room full of government officials, presenting his analysis on Superman's abilities. They listen intently. Government official one says, after a pause, "Luthor, your findings are intriguing. We need to know more. We propose a true test of Superman's abilities." Government official 2 says, nodding, "We have a soldier, John Corbin, who's willing to volunteer. We want you to devise a controlled experiment to push Superman to his limits." Alexander Luthor's eyes gleam with excitement as he realizes the government's interest aligns with his own ambitions. Alexander Luthor, smirking, "Consider it done. We will uncover the full extent of Superman's powers and expose any weaknesses."